from two places.
That one I no go agree.
They both claim me, you see.
I no go agree for that one.
Liberia say I'm this, Nigeria say I'm this, so I claim the both.
Okay.
If I say I'm from Nigeria, Ellen Johnson would be annoyed. If I say I'm from Liberia, in Nigeria,
I'm annoyed.
So you left that place 50-something years ago, you still claiming it, so.
Okay.
So I said, okay,
claim both. My name is Professor Uche Azikiwe. I'm from Anambra State in Nigeria. I retired as a professor of education at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka.
My name is Opral Benson. I was born in Liberia, but I got married and moved to Nigeria. By marrying a Nigerian, I became a Nigerian, and my Liberian family wouldn't let me go, so they claimed me to be a Liberian, and my Nigerian family say I'm Nigerian. So I think it's beautiful for me that I have two countries. I claim both.
When you mention Nnamdi Azikiwe and you mention T.O.S Benson, people will not question you. How come that these two names go together? My husband, late Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, and T.O.S Benson were close friends until he passed on. And it is from that relationship that I met Chief Opral Benson.
I was born in Liberia, but I met a Nigerian named Chief T.O.S Benson, who came to Liberia for a conference, an African conference, which was the beginning of the OAU. I had just come from Atlanta, where I schooled, and I was working with the Liberian government, and I was one of those selected to work with that committee that was setting up the OAU. And on the committee from Nigeria was a gentleman called T.O.S Benson. He met me there, and he decided that he wouldn't let me go. So I got married to him, and when I was taken to Nigeria, I met very distinguished personalities, the head of which was Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. And Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe and my husband, Chief T.O.S Benson, were very good friends. And it was through Dr. Azikiwe that I met the very charming wife that we have here, Dr. Professor Mrs. Azikiwe.
She gave me a perfume, Opral Benson, that she produced. And I don't think I used that perfume for years. I just kept it on my table.
She has a better memory than me, you see, because I'm older than her. And yes. I'm told that old people forget things.
Yes.
But I know that I did have a perfume with my name on it.
Yes.
And people who I felt very close to and people who I loved, I gave them a bottle of it so that when they use it, they'll think that this is from Oprah.
Yes.
So I must have given her a bottle of it, and this is what she's now remembering. Yaoge means a lady of beauty and fashion. I was given that title by the late Oba Adeyinka Oyekon, the Oba of Lagos, in 1973. And it was because I was always trying to look the best I could to wherever I went to. Even though we had our meeting of the Lagos chiefs in the Oba's palace before I became a chief, but I always tried to dress the best way that I could. And I think the Oba was impressed with my dressing, and the Lagos press was always writing something about me, what I wore, where I went to, when I went to this particular place, how I looked. And so people start to notice it. And the Oba thought that since this is what I had been doing, and since I was already familiar with what the Lagos chiefs were doing, he wanted me to be part of the chiefs. And he made me the Yaoge of Lagos. And that was in 1973. From that time to now, I have had 5 more chieftaincy titles. But that Yaoge is what everybody still call me and stick to. They don't even bother about the other ones. And so this is why I'm still recognized as the Yaoge of Lagos. I'm still a member of the Chieftaincy Committee. We still go to the Oba's Palace for meetings. There have been 2 Obas since that time, but the organization is still alive and we still go there. And I'm still the Yaoge of Lagos.
I've retired as a professor in education at the University of Nigeria in Nsukka. Now I'm a senior citizen and I'm laying my hands on anything I can do. For example, I have an NGO that takes care of widows in Nsukka and Onitsha.
What I do now is an NGO. I run a school for beauticians. It's called Opral Benson Beauty Training Institute. I run an NGO. I serve on many committees in Nigeria, and I'm chairman of Guarantee Trust Bank in Liberia, and I'm the honorary counselor for Liberia in Nigeria. My beauty school is 31 years old this year, and I'm doing a program every December and graduating students because I want to empower them to be able to go out and do things for themselves. So that's what I do mostly. Other things I do are part-time, like sitting on a board and different things like that. But the school is what I focus on.
In a country like Nigeria, made up of many ethnic groupings, it is good to carry every part along. Any leader that will come and start discriminating is surely going to create problem in the society. I feel that the Southeast is being marginalized or has been marginalized for some time now, and it has led to this agitation by few people, because I know it's not everybody in the 5 states of the Southeast that is talking about secession or breaking away. Personally, I will not support any violence, anything that will lead to violence, because I lost a wonderful brother, an elderly brother, during the war. My father's house was razed down. It was targeted and bombed, one of the beautiful houses in Afikpo then. There was no block on the other in my compound after the war. We lost everything. So for anybody, and I know what I suffered. I lost 3 years. I know what I suffered throughout the war. We trekked from Afikpo to where we call Eda, from Eda to Mbise, from Mbise, that's how we were running. And somebody is coming now to say, let's go to war. If they're saying, you are not treating us well, do us as you are doing others, fine. But to say secession, no, I don't support secession. We have to be one. And personally, if I'm asked, I would prefer, let's go back to our regional system. Even if it is not region, that it is the 6 zones, let every zone or region be autonomous. Get what you have in your land, pay a little to the federal. In other words, devolution of power. Let us reduce the power at the center and distribute it to the states and the local government. It will lead to peace and harmony in Nigeria.
And in Liberia, there was no call for a particular part, because Liberia is a very small country, and a question of one part living and moving on its own would not arise. What happened in Liberia was a question of individuals wanting to take over power in order to have power and to be able to rule the country. It wasn't as though we were thinking about everybody else because we speak the same language or we come from the same area. It was 2 different things altogether. And I think that what the East was thinking about at that time was not the right thing, because I think Nigeria is continuing to remain one piece and a big piece. And what Liberia went through that time was not the right thing. And until now, Liberia is still trying to recover from what happened. Because being a small country, you find that so many things were destroyed, so many people were murdered, and at the end of the day, nothing was gotten from it. So that was also a mistake on the part of the Liberians who tried to do that. But now they are trying to get themselves back together. As you know, there's a Liberian woman who is president, and I think it's the first time an African woman has been president of the country. And she's going out in October, and a new president will come in, and we hope that the country will remain one piece and will continue to improve on the development which has happened during the period of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Because in Liberia it's not 4 years, it's 6 years per term. So for 2 terms she has served 12 years. And she's ready to go, and the country is ready for her to go, and everybody is looking forward to a new Liberia after that time. And Charles Taylor, that caused so much problem in Liberia, is still in a jail in London.
Girls are the future mothers. So if we train our girls, we are preparing future mothers. And we have always agreed that when you train a woman or a girl, you are training a community, a nation, not just an individual. So it's very, very proper and the right thing to do for us to train our girls. I'm a very good supporter of training girls. I have an NGO and I have a scholarship program. I focus on girls.
I think that young girls going forward is a very good idea. I think all of those who are helping to make this possible should be congratulated and should be helped and should be praised for all that they have really done to make young girls go forward. Because I believe that young girls will really be what you would call the foundation and the root of what will happen in Africa and in other parts of the world. Because women, when they are properly trained and they have a good beginning, will go forward and will help people. And that's why I'm a member of the AULO, because we talk a lot about Nigerian and young girls. And that's why I have a school for young girls, because I want them to be able to develop, to stand on their own, and to help others to move forward. I always believe in helping young girls the best way that I could.
I am on WhatsApp. I have Facebook. Is it media?
I don't.
I have WhatsApp.
Problematic.
No, my children forced me into that.
Problematic, I think. Because they always keep you on the go and you never have time to relax. They live with it.
I think so.
It's take over your life, I think.
I think so.
Social media take over your life.
It is an addiction. That's what I see it to be. Because whenever I open my phone at home, nothing else. I don't even listen to news again.
Yes, everybody does that.
But my children will say, Mommy, you are, I say, I'm analog, leave me alone, I'm analog, please. They said, no.
I'm accused of being backwards because I don't participate in all of what they do. But from what I have seen, that everybody either live on their phone or live on their computer or live on something. There's no interaction. Whenever you see a person, either they're talking to themselves or they're playing with their phone or you don't even know somebody else is in the room. And I figure that it has lost a lot of interaction with human beings because of this social media. And whenever I said, oh, I didn't see your message on my phone has a problem, everybody will shout at me and say, it's not the phone, you have the problem. And I have accepted that I have the problem and I'm going to keep the problem. I tried it once and I used to do it, but I said, no, I better leave this alone because it's going to tear me apart in so many pieces. And I don't do it. And I'm told by friends that I'm the only one left in the world, the whole world, that don't do it. And I said, thank you very much, it's okay, I'm still alive.
I agree with that.
They say I'm backwards. I say, I know, yes. And I accept it. At this age, I want to be backwards, no problem.
I agree with that to some extent. For instance, these pictures or community, there's an urgent message that needs something immediately. I have email too.
And you pick up your telephone and phone if it's urgent. As we used to do in the past.
You don't have credit. Sometimes you don't have credit.
And at most you can send a text at most. But all of this playing around with WhatsApp and USAP and all these things, it's a whole lot of trouble.
No, what I don't like about this social media is that fake news. They circulate fake news a lot. That is one thing that puts me off. Secondly, there are some obscene things they post, which I don't like. Outside that, you get news, you are well informed, you follow what is happening to a larger extent. Outside that,
and it's getting worse, you know.
I think so.
It's getting worse. They're putting all kinds of stuff on the phone. They will come and say, "Oh, look what I saw on my phone," and I look and I say, "How did this get? Oh, it came from somebody's phone to your phone." You know that. Exactly. And even if you want to be a good person, the bad things they send to your phone is enough to turn you upside down. That's why I want to stay away from it.
Yeah, it's true. In short, I see it as an addiction. I want to stop it. I want to, frankly speaking, I
refuse to accept it.
I have accepted, so I'm finding a way to
get out.
To pull out.
There's so much that goes on. Every day it gets worse. Every day it gets worse.
Oh my God.
I said, "Tyrone, can't you talk anymore?" You know, all day. They're looking for something or sending something or doing something.
You go to see your grandchildren, they won't even talk to you. They are on.
Yes. And people don't talk to each other anymore.
Yes.
Whether you're in the car or you're in the shop or you're wherever you are, even in church, you see some people.
Exactly.
I was after a man, I said, "Stop doing your thing on church." "Oh, I'm recording what the pastor says." I said, "Close that thing and listen to what the pastor says." Do unto others as you will have others do unto you. I always believe in that.
My name is Professor Uche Azikiwe, and you are watching Indigo Tongues.
My name is Chief Opral Benson, and you are watching Indigo Tongues.